Hello and welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. Hey, we back in the studio, and it's the coffee break, and I'm excited, for this part of the show. I got my main man beside me, Kevin Howe, aka One Eye Scout, Big Country, and there's no telling, you're doing so many jobs, man. You got so many jobs, with the prep hoops and stuff. So I'm glad you're here today. And then we got a special guest, young brother, man, named Tristan Clark. What's happening, Tristan?
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
All right. So we're going to get to Tristan. He's going to let us know what him and Big Country got a lot to talk about. And but before we start, though, I just want to say, hey, the election is over because, we've been pushing the election. The election is over. Hey, it is what it is. Trump won. So my thing is we just got to work together, start working together, find ways, y'all, because, we're going to be here. This is a great country, so we're going to find the ways to make this happen.
Are you sharing your cup right now?
No, I ain't sharing that cup right now, but don't forget, Big Country, that's good. I'm glad you brought that up, though. But we will be talking to see what's in your cup later in the segment. So, but right now, I want to turn it over. No, right now, I just want to, we welcome Tristan. But tell us a little bit about yourself, Tristan, and what's going on with you, bro.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me, first of all. But I'm from here, from San Antonio. Moved here since I was in 6th grade, middle school. I played basketball my whole life. I was a great basketball player. Was a consensus 4-star recruit coming out of high school. I attended Judson High School, Wagner High School. My time at Wagner High School, we went all the way to state. Played here at the Alamo Dome. I was 6A Player of the Year, San Antonio High School Player of the Year. After that, signed to Baylor, went to Baylor, started as a freshman, started as a sophomore. Had a bad knee injury, but still was able to get my degree, finish out my school, still able to get that piece of paper.
Nice.
I used my COVID year during the pandemic and stuff, and was able to transfer to SMU, or Southern Methodist University, and was able to play there one more year. I've been out of school for about 2 years now, and I'm just coaching, training, just staying in the community with basketball.
Nice. Hey, Big Country. Well, you know how to find them, don't you, man? Man, well, I appreciate you coming and sitting with us, man. And I'm looking forward to what you and Big Country, one of my things I know you guys are going to talk about is the NIL, right? Yeah, and so I'll be very fortunate to listen to hear what you got to say about that. But you did say you got here when you, 6th grade, you said?
6th grade, yes, sir.
Where'd you come from?
My mom, she's in the military, so I was all over, and we just finally settled here in San Antonio. So this is my home.
What branch?
She's a civilian.
Okay.
She's in the Army, military.
Okay,
she works for them, but she's not in it.
Okay,
so,
no, that's cool, man. Yeah, so you traveled around.
Yeah, I've been around.
Yeah, you like myself, man. My dad was military, man. 28 years, veteran. Big up. We did Veterans Day yesterday. Big up to all the veterans.
Yes,
so
sir.
that was a great thing, man.
Yes, sir.
So I'm back out. I'm gonna be on the couch though, posing, and let you and Big Country take over, man. Big Country, do your thing, bro.
Hey, Tristan, you and I were talking earlier about the changes between NIL and before NIL came about. And there's a lot of questions that our parents have, and we're an educational platform. Can you share with us some of what it was like before NIL, what it's like after NIL, and then kind of explain the NIL process to some of our families, because it's not for everybody. Just like the title of some show. But no, you share what you got, man.
Right. Just with recruiting. Before NIL, before the money and the promises for millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, it was just about recruiting. Was just more about just fit and coaching style and success of players being developed and stuff like that. It wasn't really, today it's more about, just how much money you got and rankings and it kind of takes away from the value of the game. But recruiting wise, it's just different now, you know what I mean? But before, when I was coming up, I mean, you had to be really, really good to, get, because they were still giving guys money under the table, quote unquote, whatever. But I mean, it was still going on. But it was just a different platform, you know what I mean? And recruiting was just a little more intense, and it was just a little more just challenging because it's you have to really know where you're going. You have to trust the coaches that you're going with because if stuff doesn't work out and all those coaches are promising you the world and this and that, you're getting broken promises and that's it.
At that time, there's no transfer portal.
Right.
So
if you do transfer, you would have to sit out a year, and then you know what I mean. Nobody wants to do that.
No.
So it's just different now. And just when I was coming up, it was just more. I feel like you had to be better as a player to be recruited now. I feel like because there's so much media and so much hype and so much, it's just, I feel like a lot of guys that maybe aren't as good or because they're being marketed properly or overly marketed, they're able to get seen more, just stuff like that. But.
I want to cut in right there because what you just said, people marketing better, let's just face it, Houston and Dallas. And we're talking about diamonds in the rough kind of kids. We're talking about kids that just not being seen. And we talked earlier, that's the platform that I started at. I want to only check out eyes on San Antonio guys. Mm-hmm. And anywhere we go, like we're about to take off to the Noble Classic in Dallas, Brennan's going to be there. So we're going to see that, document that. And I just want people to know that we're truly about San Antonio. And anyway, go ahead. Now you're talking about the NIL era.
Yeah, the NIL now. So when I finished up at SMU, that was about the last year until NIL started. Mm-hmm. So it was just, it's just NIL. It's just now you got money, so if stuff doesn't work out, injuries, whatever, you have a little money in your pocket. You're able to provide for your family, provide, for some of those guys that come from rougher backgrounds, you have money to provide for your family. You have money for when you're done with school. Now you can get in and start a business or whatever. So NIL now is just more. It's more intense as well, just with the money involved. Because when money's involved, I mean anything can happen. Mm-hmm. But the good thing about NIL, I just feel like over time it's going to even out the playing field. Something we talked about earlier. It's going to even out the playing field, and I feel like that's going to be good for the game. Instead of just having 2, 3, 4 schools that have all the great players, and then everybody else is just,
So interesting, being that you were in the last year of the pre-NIL era, right? And we know, most people know there's the Ed O'Bannon lawsuit, right? And that's still being settled. But I wonder, as someone who didn't have the opportunity to make all that money, how does that make you feel 5 years later, 3 years later?
I'm mad every day, man. I'm mad every day. I mean, just I'm happy for the guys that are getting their money and able to provide for their family and able to have that opportunity to have that. But I mean, it's tough. You know what I mean? Like every guy that plays at a level that high, we're all there the whole time. Like we should be getting money. We should be getting money. But now it's legal. And you're going on Twitter, you're going on Instagram, and you're seeing the NIL values of some of these guys, and it's just like, where's mine? You know what I mean? Where's mine? But that's just a natural feeling. I mean, I know plenty of athletes feel like that, so that's just a natural jealousy, but it's not, but I'm thankful for all the guys that go out there and able to go get it.
This isn't about them.
Yeah.
Because man, I played. I was so far 20 years ago. So it's like, man, I got my paper and we're good.
No, but it is just like an inner, I wish I had that.
Let me interject something for y'all, man. You played. Okay, just think that when I played, my NIL was work study.
Yeah.
And the only thing I had work study, my job was to clean the basketballs.
Yeah.
And fill out my own 80 hours.
Yeah.
So, but Trisha, this is what I wanted to ask you, man. So the NIL is coming in place, and so all the accolades and the outstanding of you, okay, and you said even though back in your era you was getting paid, I mean players were getting paid. Yeah, you got a little bit though, huh?
Oh no sir, not me. No,
All right.
No.
You didn't take. Okay, good.
No, I
good.
mean this for like the 5-star, like going to the league. You know, I wasn't at that level, but I was a good player though.
Okay, cool. Now, well, that's good. Okay, good. My thing is this: has the NIL, the process of getting that money, has it changed the thoughts of the parents that you've seen? You know, and you can talk about the athletes, but my thing, I want to know about what kind of mindset you think that's for the parents, even because even before that, you know how parents used to act when they thought their son was just good. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna be, be good. So has that kind of shifted the parents? Intensified their motivation to get their kids, in a certain spot?
I feel like that's situational. I feel like every family, every household is a little different because, some guys, they're coming from, lower income places and, they really need this money, and then you got some people that come from $1 million houses, rich, wealthy, and, they might not have the same mindset with that, you know what I mean? It'd be more just about just for their kid and fit and stuff like that, but I feel like it's just situational. I can't really speak for all parents, and I don't have any kids, so I can't really speak as a parent or for other kids or anything like that. But I just feel like it's situational for stuff like that, and just the motivation for their kids and stuff like that. I feel like it's just all situational for the most part.
Okay, well, we're going to take a quick break. If you just tuned in, you tuned in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's the coffee break, and don't forget, later on in the segment, we're going to talk about what's in your cup. So I'm sitting here. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, sitting with my main man, Kevin Howell, a.k.a. the One-Eye Scout, and our special guest, Tristan Clark, y'all. Go ahead.
All right, so something that sparked, for me, I do see parents being a little more picky over, or they need to be, over development versus playing with Johnny, and that's something that I've seen is parents starting to put their kids with their development, because there can be some good people out there that doing their best, but they don't know what they don't know, and so parents really need to check the resume of the organization or the trainer, see who's put people in and who's trying to get somebody in. But that leads me into my next thing. We at the Doghouse have several guys that we're kind of sending Jay Uno's way. And because I feel like it's great development, especially for guards, because that whole family has been producing guards. But now you're there, several other big coaches that coach big guys. But why don't you talk about the Jay Uno program somewhat?
Yeah, the Jay Uno. So last year I started out with them. I got an invite from Jalen Shedd, and he just invited me to come out and just coach with them and just be part of it. I've been playing against his dad and him since I started playing AAU, 8th grade, 9th grade. So we've all been knowing each other for years, and we just started out doing that. And I joined them in their second year going into it. And last year it was a pretty good year. We had a successful year. A lot of great kids up there. But we're just trying to build something good for the kids. All the coaches that coach on the team, they played at the next level somewhere, either it be in D1 or D2 or NAIA. So there's no, well, I'm over you because I went here. Like, we got every level. That's what I love about our program. And then on top of that, we all have been through injuries and situations to where we had to put down basketball. So now we're all coming together. We're bringing our stories together of, being a great player into not playing anymore, and we're bringing it all together, and we're just sharing our passion for the kids, and we're just trying to help them get to the next level and be the best player they can be, and also be a quality young man on top of that.
So y'all are teaching more than just basketball. I've been to several of y'all's practices, been to a couple of games, and it's true. I see the conversations about basketball situation, and Jalen talking to how that affects later on. you know, and putting things in motion. Lost my train of thought. Sorry. Talking about Jay Uno. So, one thing that I thought is important to bring out is that Jay Uno was started with Jamal. Jamal shit. You know, Jamal is playing in Toronto.
Okay.
You know, the Jamal is getting double-digit points, double-digit minutes as a rookie.
Well, so that's the program you're telling me about. That's okay. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
So one thing that you're probably not going to hear is that Jay Uno Elite is the only program that has a professional player in the Centex region.
Nice.
And so what does that mean? That means a lot. You know, do you have something to share? Because I do, on how you think that impacts the program?
I feel like that separates us from a lot of other programs just because or the guy that we're representing did everything we all want to do. You know what I mean? He went to Houston, was a winner at Houston 4 years, got better every single year, made it to the NBA. I mean, he's a small guard, so most guards, they're not thinking they can even get to a level like that. So just to be around a guy with that type of motivation and work ethic and has played at the level he played at, and now kids in this area can soak up from that and talk to his dad and talk to his brother and talk to the people that he loves, because those are all the people that are in the program. So they all know what it takes, and they all know the type of guy Jamal is, and Jamal's he's a good person overall. Before basketball and before all the accolades and stuff, he's a great person, great human being, and that's what draws me to them, because it's more than just I'm in the NBA, so be my friend. Like, he's a good person. His family are good people, disciplined people. So I respect that and I honor that, just as a upcoming coach.
Yeah, one thing that I like, or Jalen and I have talked about, the brother of Jamal, about where he practiced at, because for a while it was mostly in Maynard, right? And now he's open to practicing. I know he's going to practice in San Antonio, so it's not like it's a tremendous drive for anyone.
Right.
And in that sense, the player development has been great. Like, I watched it over the year, watched the kids come out, our student athletes come out and play in high school. But I appreciate you sharing that, and I've enjoyed you being here today. And do you want to do the Cubs now?
Yeah, man, we can go. We can move on in.
Yeah.
We can take a quick break. Once again, you tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's the coffee break, and I'm sitting on the couch with Kevin Howe, a.k.a. One Eye Scout, and also our special guest, Tristan Clark, here, y'all. So right now, y'all, we're going to talk about what's in your cup. And that's the segment, Big Country and I, Kevin and I would come up with, and we just like to, come up with some motivation or whatever's in your cup. I'll start it out. Since I've been preaching the whole time during the election to get out and vote. That was always in my cup, get out and vote. Okay, so now we've spoken, things are what it is. So now I'm looking in my cup I think it's time for us to come together as a whole country, because we're going to need it, y'all. And first thing is, maybe we look in the mirror, like Michael said, look in the mirror, and let's check our hearts, man, and we can change some hearts. So that's what's in my cup today, Big Country.
Man, mine is just basketball season started. Week 1 is down, now we're on to week 2.
Well, you all basketball, and I love it, man. You're my man. What you say, Tristan? What's in your cup?
I don't really have too much. Just for all my people listening, if you're feeling down, just stay up. There's always going to be a rainbow at the end of the storm, so just keep going and just, be happy and fulfill your days, man. Just have fun with your days and love your family and love your life. That's all I can say. Man,
this has been wonderful, man. And like you said, man, love your days and feel your life. So this has been a great show. Big Country, once again, you brought an outstanding guest to the table, to TAN TV, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Man, I hope you feel comfortable enough. I know you're going into coaching. Maybe you can come and do some TV time, man. You got a good look, man.
Let me
speak
know.
well, yeah. So we'd love to have you. Big Country, you want to take us out, man? You got 6 seconds.
Thanks for joining. This is the One Eye